Look at that. Look at that. What's going on? Let me put some glasses on me. I'm your friendly neighborhood data scientist, nerd. Andrew, Mo, and that is Professor Meatball. He gets the glasses, actually. I'm just wearing his. Oh, there's no prescription on them, but there is going to be a day of reckoning. A day of reckoning coming up soon. We know that historically the last few hundred years have all been about one thing, which is October being a slow month. Real slow. In fact, let me pull up some data. October being one of the worst trading months in the last 100 years of trading. So October trends overall stock market. First, let me say hello to some of y'all. What's going on, those of you in the chat? October, the month of market crashes? Let's actually go back through the history. Long time ago, from far away. We're going to be watching the market today, mostly the GME, the AMC, and the crypto market. Look at Bitcoin. We got John Ryerson, good morning. We got Andrew Hall, and we got Josh Bryant. Hello, Meatball and his translator. That's a me. Okay, let's see. October, the month of market crashes. October is a unique month. This is Investopedia, kind of like the Wikipedia of the stock market, which means unlike what your teacher thinks in grade school, it is a very reliable source. It means that multiple professionals, specialists, experts update this over and over. And this is a little expose about why October has a special place in finance, known as the October effect. It's one of the most feared months in the financial calendar. So, October effect. What is the dreaded October effect? And will we be able to learn about it right now? What's up? How's it going? Daniel Rodriguez. We got Aaron Salentine. We got Matthijs van Valbeek. We got Ty D. We got Dong. We got JT. We got Jean-Luc Fritzen. We got Joji Soros. How have things been? They've been pretty okay. What up? Barry. We got Andrew again. James. Tom. Prosperous Thoughts. We got Hash. And we got Ron Crafty. John Ryerson. And Aaron Salentine. Moon Platoon. What's going on? So let's talk about this. Let's have a look at to see whether there's any merit behind the fear. The events that have given October a bad name span over 100 years. I was just saying 100 years as just 1929 to now, but I didn't realize that this was really a thing. I didn't realize there was an actual name, history, a notoriety. Let's talk about it. It refers to the psychological anticipation that financial declines and stock market crashes are more likely to occur this month than any other month. Welcome to October, guys. So let's take a look at AMC on the hourly. You'll take a note that while the rest of the market was bleeding, AMC was actually rallying. So there was an article about exactly why AMC was gaining while the rest of the market was dipping. Let's take a look in a second. AMC gains as market dips. What should you know? We'll also take a look at the short interest as well as the other data points, including that IV, which was exploding yesterday, implied volatility. How's it going, Aria? We got Nathan. We got Danny Yee. What's up? We got Mishka Lamb. We got Nathan. There's an NFT convention in Florida. We've been talking about that NFT, gosh, for months. People keep saying he's just standing next to the NFT button. He's gonna click it. All right. Bank Panic of 1907, the stock market crash of 1929, and Black Monday 1987 all happened during the month of October. However, historically speaking, September has had more down markets than October. So technically, you've already survived in terms of correlations, the worst of the year. Psychological effect that causes some traders to blame October for stock market declines may actually make it one of the better buying opportunities for certain contrarian investors. That could be you. That's why right now is the month of October, which means the October effect is in full swing. Stocks and crypto October effect. So let's make sure we understand some historical precedent. And then we'll talk about the critical resistance that AMC is facing right here. This red line, we've been covering it for months, 37.23. We've been hovering over it, bounced off of it multiple times in the after hours. This after hour, however, we have had a very similar dip below like we did the day before. And will we see another rally just like the one that we had yesterday? Or is there going to be more October to be had? Hey, what's up, says Danny. James Smith says, yo, what's up? Ron Craft says, only 17 likes. That's right. You guys got to make that like counter match the people watching. It's okay if you don't want to. So we'll just keep talking about October. So a financial panic threatened to engulf Wall Street, mostly owing to threats of legislative action against trust and shrinking credit. Remember that? Remember when things were just normal corrupt business and no one was like writing exposés on YouTube and trying to tell everybody about this? By the way, if you want people to know about what's going on in the market, that's the best way. Interact with this. Talk to me in the chat. Let's have a conversation. During this time, there were multiple bank runs and heavy panic, heavy doors selling at the stock exchange. All that stood between the US and a serious crash was a JP Morgan-led consortium that did the work of the Federal Reserve before the Federal Reserve existed. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what's up, Kyle? Look at Kyle and Paul. Paul Ruiz and Kyle got those meatball coins on their side, and some of them have platinum status. That's how long they've been a member. Oh man, guilty, Chibi. Missed you too. During so we talked about this, multiple bank runs, stock market crash of 1929. Some of you may have learned this in school. This began on October 24th. It was a bloodletting on an unprecedented scale because so many people had money invested in the market, which is kind of like what's happening right now. This is the year of the retail investor, so to say. More than $1 billion have been put in. Wait, hold on. What was the number? Billion seem right from retail investors. It's a record-breaking number, and that was anticipated before the year even started. It left several black days in the history books, each with their own record-breaking slides. Black Monday. Nothing says Monday like financial meltdown and an unexpected stock market crash. On October 19th, 1987, historians refer to as Black Monday. Automatic stop-loss orders and financial contagion gave the market a thorough throttling as a domino effect echoed across the world. So those are three of the historical precedents of what's going on in October, which is why people like to be able to pin it as the month where bad things happen. Let's talk about why AMC had a really good couple of days where the rest of the market was doing badly. Latest trading session, AMC closed at about 37 bucks. Right, so that was yesterday. Move from the previous day. This change outpaced the S&P's 500's 0.69% loss on the day. Heading into today, shares of the movie theater operator had lost 25% over the past month, lagging the consumer discretionary sector's loss of 4.6% and S&P 500's loss of 2.5%. Wow, that's almost eerily the same number, just 10x. AMC will be looking to display strength as it nears its next earnings release. The company is expected to report EPS of down 48 cents, up 91.58% from the prior year quarter. Meanwhile, our latest consensus estimate is calling for revenue of $768 million, up 500% from the prior year quarter. Good to see you live, man. Kyle, geez, so glad to be here. Let's see. Arya says, I am all in. AMC been holding since January. Not sold a single share. Short have not cover. I am not going anywhere anytime soon. Tom is trying to bring a couple of suggestions for what should we look at. Dario says, what a pleasure to see you. Very happy to be here. Let's see. Be back 24/7. How's it going? Shonez says, can I have job quits now? Boy, howdy, we're working on it. Looking at the full year, our Zacks consensus estimates suggests analysts are expecting earnings of down $2.75 per share and revenue about $2.49 billion. These totals would mark changes of 82% and 100% up, respectively, from last year. So, if you can think about last year as basically just like you didn't go to school all year, that is comparatively what's going on for the entire market. Investors should note that any recent changes to analyst estimates for AMC, these revisions are typical, blah, blah, blah. This is some boilerplate. Research indicates that these estimate revisions are directly correlated with near-term share price momentum. This is more boilerplate. And then there's an ad for tech IPOs with massive profit potential. Great. Thanks, Zax. And that's the key ticket here. What happened in the history books is likely going to be some that you need to be able to, at the very least, understand why. Kevin Blair, what's going on? First, last, bro. How's it going? Let's see. Can we have a boo? Let's see if we can have a boo on Amazon. Amazon is holding tight after just a bad few days. Double topped at 3,300 and now dropped $100 off of its high. Overall, yeah, off of this high, but that was off of a previous double top. It looks like Amazon's actually pretty easy to read for the technicals. Just watch whenever Amazon struggles with the same resistance, not going to be pretty. In fact, we can add a line of resistance right here. If you guys ever do your own trend line analysis, make sure that you are looking for 3 points, 1, 2, and 3. You can see that this was a level of support here. You see also there was resistance earlier, so that's going to be important to look at in the future. Back to AMC. Where is AMC's current resistance? Right around here. So we were looking at the resistance of 38.80. Blocked AMC's price action, brought down to $37, and then after hour action brought it all the way underneath our critical level of resistance. And back. You want to see Dune on AMC? So many people are excited for Dune. There's some big movies coming out. There's some actual like pretty great content coming out soon. John Larson says, we need to have bank holidays every day so AMC and GME can go where they should go. If there were bank holidays. Robert says, makes you wonder why October every time after the last 100 years? Let's talk about it. Let's see October take the blame for September. Oddly enough, September, not October, has had more historical down markets. More importantly, the catalyst that set off both the 1929 crash and the 1907 panic happened in September or earlier, and the reaction was simply delayed. In 1907, the panic nearly occurred in March, and with the tension building over the fate of trust companies, could have happened in almost any month. The 1929 crash arguably began in February when the Fed banned margin trading loans in February and cranked up interest rates. Oh, look at what everyone's like, the Fed, what could they possibly do? Mess up the entire market? Sure they can. Sure they can. And that's why every time we have a little look at what the markets are doing, what the Fed is trying to do to regulate them, it's mostly with a little twinge of uh-oh, things could go horribly wrong. That's the trade-off that you guys have to think about. Okay, let's see. What's up, Blackberry? Good to see you. Yeah, we've been having weekly streams, and if you guys come on back, we'll have a couple more of them. Just depends on when you guys want to take a look at the markets live with me. It's a fun little excursion with your substitute teacher for life, Andrew Mo. Taken as a whole, a very strong argument can be made September being worse for the markets than October, as you can see from the number of black days occurring in the month. The original Black Day was Black Friday with the day after Thanksgiving, a day when retailers offer huge discounts. Blah, blah. You guys know what Black Friday is. But the original Black Friday on September 24th, 1869 was anything but festive. Jay Gould and other speculators tried to corner the gold market. See, his name was already for it. Working with an insider at the Treasury, The price kept rising until the Treasury broke the corner by selling $4 million in government gold, dropping the price of gold by $25 in a single day, sparking a catastrophic crash. Ooh, do we see a pattern? It seems like it's the government both times. Oh my goodness. So I really feel like that's something that you have to watch out for. Let's see. Brian says original $15 bag holder from the first burst on AMC, then added more at 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then it hit $70, and now 50% of that been a consistent downtrend for 4 months, but holding. What's up, Brian? That's the point, right? That is how you do it. Calvin Smith, thanks for the soup. What about computer shares, in your opinion? Still don't know quite enough about it. I've seen articles to the contrary. I've seen articles saying that this is the most important thing in the world. I'll do a little more research. I'll get back to you. Black Wednesday. It was in September with George Soros's raid on the British pound. This September event is considered infamous by people outside the Forex community. Within the Forex community, however, it's revered as one of the greatest trades ever made. Soros reportedly made $1 billion profit on the deal, but the British government lost billions trying to shore up on their currency, leading up to the eventual capitulation. Someone's going to make a movie about this. Unless this is already a movie. This sounds like a pretty cool event. Have I ever looked into Funko? Yeah, we've looked into Funko a couple times. Let's see. Black Diamond Golding says Lucid is starting to run. We'll just keep an eye on it. Oh, AMC did push past 36.77. We could just get one rocket in the chat. Yeah, one little rocket in the chat. I remember when Lucid did a reverse IPO. It was beautiful. It was a good time. Those are the days. Oops, back to AMC. All right. Hold on, wait. September 2001 and 2008, a single day points declines to the down that occurred during September 2001 and 2008 were bigger than Black Friday because of 9/11. Oh goodness. And the ladder to the subprime mortgage meltdown. You guys know about 2008. The 2008 plunge went far beyond the US economy, trimming $1 trillion from the global economy in a single day. And you guys know, parents, grandparents, some of you are young. So parents, uncles, aunts, maybe even yourself probably struggled in the 2008 crash, no matter where you were in the world. So that's where the markets can affect almost every single person around you. Thank you, Joji, for one rocket. you know it. Joji Soros knows it. Let's see. Angel in the Sky. Surprisingly, October has historically heralded the end of more bear markets than the beginning. Remember, at the end of October is when buying the dip is super trendy. The fact that it is viewed negatively may actually make it one of the better buying opportunities for contrarians. So let me see if I can change. There we go. Ooh, live reveal on the Lucid Air and Dream Drive. Ah, thank you, Black Diamond. I'm like, what's happening in 15 minutes? Let's see. So Black Monday 1987 was actually the greatest buying opportunities of the last 50 years. I mean, that makes sense. Probably at the end of the 2008 crash too. Peter Lynch, among others, took this opportunity to load up on solid companies that he'd missed on the way up. When the market recovered, many of these stocks shot up to their previous valuations, and select few went far beyond. So, towards the end, the October effect unjustified. October gets a bad rap in finance, primarily because so many black days fall on this month. It's a psychological effect. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, you guys call it. The majority of investors have lived through more bad Septembers than October's, but the real point is that financial events don't cluster at any given point. Oh, we figured it out. Yay! Correlation is not causation. October does not do bad stuff just because it is a bad month. It's that people expect really, really bad things to happen, and then they do. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. In that sense, be careful, because if enough people believe it and they don't watch this video, it can just happen again. That's why 100 years of data does not lie. All right, what are we talking about here? Let's take a look. People are still talking about the Facebook leak or the whistleblower. Rebound stocks like Southwest Airlines. China pressuring Taiwan. New vaccine stuff, booster stuff is happening. What else is going on? Let's see. We got energy. Going through what we might be interested in, might want to take a look at real quick. Crypto nightmare. Hackers hacking Coinbase. Oh, that sounds cool. Let's take a listen.
Aren't the only ones cashing in on the crypto.
Hey, Shep.
Hackers are draining many accounts. That's the biggest crypto platform in the US. Now users are taking aim at the company, or I should say customers. They say Coinbase is leaving them hanging, and hackers walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Eamon Javers reports in an ongoing CNBC investigation, crypto nightmare.
I was kind of like panicked, to tell you the truth.
Eric and Molly Richardson say they saved nearly $1.1 million worth of cryptocurrency in a Coinbase account. But then in July, Eric got an alert on his phone. The message said someone had logged onto their account. Eric clicked on the text, logged in, and soon received an email that their two-factor authentication, which verifies security settings, had been changed.
Uh-oh.
He was like in a state of shock, so I tried to help him. I tried to stay calm, and I, looked up Coinbase online, trying to figure out how to get a hold of their customer service.
Like thousands of other Coinbase customers, the Richardsons say they got nowhere when they tried to get immediate help. That's because the company didn't offer any kind of live phone support. Email was the only option.
And within the 20 minutes that we sent the email, somebody had done 110 different transactions, sending out about 21 Bitcoin.
In all, the hackers stole some $700,000 of the couple's savings.
Holy moly.
They're not the only ones. As CNBC reported in August, cryptocurrency holders across the country have been victimized by hackers who drain their accounts. And then they can't even get anyone on the phone to resolve the issue. Coinbase said in August that it had finally set up a phone number for customers to call if their account had been taken over. But that doesn't seem to be fixing the problem. Customers told us the live support...
People are saying that his wife stole it from him? Is this true?
So we wanted to see what would happen when the Richardsons called Coinbase's new customer support line.
I'm going to call and see if I can get my account finally unlocked. And maybe should I ask if will give me my money back?
A Coinbase agent does answer.
Well, I got locked out of my account about 2 months ago, and I haven't been able to get back in. Somebody stole 21 Bitcoin out of it.
The agent tells Richardson he actually doesn't have access to his case file, instead saying he should respond to a Coinbase email he'd already responded to. A Coinbase spokesperson says, "We recognize the challenges some of our customers have experienced with their Coinbase accounts. Improving our customer experience continues to remain a top priority." Eric says his big regret is not doing more to safeguard his Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink before the theft.
Probably want to.
Which he thinks happened because that text alert was likely a phishing attack to steal his information. One option he considered but didn't follow up on was a hardware device used for cold storage of cryptocurrencies.
I beat myself up every day because I have my friends' voices in my head. Eric, put it on cold storage, and I just didn't.
Nicole DeSico, who helps clients secure their cryptocurrency, says cold storage is virtually hack-proof. You get a private key, which is like a password, to buy and sell crypto, and you store that key offline.
When you keep your funds in cold storage, you own those funds. You have access to them. They're offline, away from hackers.
Of course, the problem with even that solution is owners can lose their passwords, or something can go wrong with the device itself. As far as the Richardsons, soon after our interview, Coinbase restored access to their account. They also received a credit from Coinbase, but nowhere near what they lost. Just $500 worth of Bitcoin.
It felt like they kicked sand in my face. That's what made me think, is there even anybody senior at Coinbase looking at this?
Oh, Coinbase. So longtime viewers of this show. Oh, hey, AMC reaching up to the $37 resistance. That's one more. Can we just get one more rocket? One more resistance until we hit 20 cents left, until we hit that critical resistance. I am going to be streaming that Lucid Dream Drive reveal. I mean, I love going to events. I love entering into an event. So it's going to be in about 4 minutes. They gave him $500 of Bitcoin. What a story. What a story, Mark. Yeah. Longtime watchers of this show would know that I interviewed with I interviewed with Coinbase. And it was just a company that felt a little bit like they wanted to do so much and they didn't have enough people to do it. I guess the fallout's coming now. Because at the end of the day, if you do a job right, you shouldn't have to deal with this kind of shenanigan, especially $500 of Bitcoin in exchange for the $700,000 that he lost. Doppelganger says offline wallets, data corruption, multiple backups, people. Oh man. Nate says, I wish someone would accidentally send me Bitcoin. No one ever accidentally sends Nate Bitcoin. Let's take a look at what the AMC short interest looks like. And then we'll take a look at whether or not we have a buy signal from Lux Algo. That's going to be first. Lux Algo gives you guys the buy signal so that you guys don't have to take a too hard of a look. You just have, like, you know, this morning you wake up, you see a strong sell on the 30-minute. Okay, zoom down to the 5. See that strong sell from earlier in the previous day. All right, go down to the minute. All right, there's that weak buy on the minute chart. Crossed over the this middle point, this inflection point right here, and now heading on to the overbought Bollingers. But it is that buy signal from purple price action. Let's go all the way out to the hourly. And oh, it's actually a buy on the hourly from yesterday. And all of this price action could just be consolidation. So that's where Lux is, a different time. If you look at it on a different time frame, you're going to get different results. Finally, let's look at what that short interest is at. Luckily, we have Ortex behaving. Yesterday, it was not behaving. AMC had updated its short interest numbers. Was at over 20% yesterday. Now it's 17.63. Still far above the point that it needs to squeeze. But I wonder what the data correction was, or if there was some sort of hedge fund preparation for a major event. Either way, if they did buy back shares, or shares were discovered that originally weren't, we'll find out soon. What's up, Hari Mas? Let's see. Hari says, we, Brooklyn, appreciate you. Oh, Brooklyn, what's up? How's it going? Doppelganger says, 500 into SHIB. He may get his BK, his 700K. He may get back his 700K. Then he can allow spammers into his account again. Oh, the humor. Okay. Looks like people are patiently waiting for this Dream Drive reveal. Might be a fun event. Fishona says, Brooklyn in the house. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Jorge De Lucas says with Gemini, you can allow a transaction from approved IP address only. Don't know if Coinbase ever has that feature. I'm not sure either. Oh. Okay, I don't need YouTube's intro music. Kevin says Boston, Massachusetts. Much respect. Buddy Fox says Ortex only exists because they allow it to participate. Remember, scraping the internet for publicly available data. That's something that you know it's gonna be hard to spoof. But whether or not their algorithm is correct, that's the question here. Let's see. They recalibrated the estimated short interest. That must be it. Ortex overcompensated. Makes sense. Okay, let me see. I really need to drink some water before the stream starts. All right, 1 minute until the stream starts. Let me get a little drink of water. A sip. Oh. Man, I gotta eat food that makes my body happy because I'm not hydrating correctly. Good morning, HD Davis. What's up? SDC, that is Smile Direct Club. I believe Smile Direct Club was suffering a couple days ago. Let's see, hourly chart. Yeah, a couple days ago, reached a high of 7. Now it's still up above its $5 lows. There you go. Here it comes. Let's see if Lucid changes.
This is Lucid Air. And this is Dream Drive, our ultra-intuitive advanced driver assistance system. Think of Dream Drive as your invisible co-pilot. Dream Drive Pro, the most comprehensive version of Dream Drive, has over 30 features that enhance your driving experience, with many more coming soon. The first thing you'll notice about Dream Drive is that you'll hardly notice it at all. It's so smooth and sleek that the learning curve to unlock its incredible features is virtually non-existent. Thanks to its Sirius camera suite, surround view monitoring offers a full 360-degree view of your car, giving you eyes on all sides. It has an impressive 32 sensors, all seamlessly integrated into the design that see things the human eye cannot. And with a fully comprehensive vision package, short and long-range radars, an array of ultrasonic sensors, and state-of-the-art LiDAR technology, Dream Drive's ability to precisely scan and pinpoint everything around you is uncanny. On the highway, Dream Drive really shines. Because Lucid Air is one of the only EVs with LiDAR, a high-resolution laser scanner, Dream Drive's sensing capabilities are remarkable. With LiDAR and the rest of the sensor suite working together, Dream Drive is among the most advanced ADAS systems when it comes to object detection, display accuracy, and safety. All of this technology enables highway driving features designed to help keep you safe, while making Lucid Air even more delightful to drive. Highway Assist helps you maintain optimal positioning on the freeway. Lane centering control specifically takes care of your in-lane positioning, while Adaptive Cruise Control helps you effortlessly maintain a consistent and safe distance from the vehicle in front of you. And with driver monitoring, Dream Drive can identify and alert you when your eyes are off the road from the vehicle in front of you. And with driver monitoring, Dream Drive can identify and alert you when your eyes are off the road.
Okay.
It will even suggest the closest rest stop should you need to recharge or grab a quick cup of coffee.
A lot of
Dream
Koreans in
Drive's
this chat.
HMI, or human-machine interface, elevates the highway driving experience. At all
Hello?
times, you'll know exactly which driving mode you're in. Its clear and natural HMI utilizes visual, audio, and text cues. Dream Drive also uses surreal sound, Lucid Air's fully immersive 21-speaker system, to deliver clear directional alerts. This enhances safety features like front and rear cross-traffic protection and autonomous emergency braking.
Autonomous?
And when it comes to connectivity, our Ethernet ring, the connection of the 4 gateways at each corner of the car, provides in-car communication at gigabit speed.
Ooh.
And unprecedented redundancy for key systems such as steering, brakes, sensors, power, and more. The Ethernet ring is integral to readying Lucid Air for more advanced driving features in the future. When it's time to park, Dream Drive steps up. Autonomous Park-In identifies parallel and perpendicular parking spots and provides full control as it enters or exits the spot. It selects your gears, steers, accelerates, and decelerates. Using park distance warning, Dream Drive can show you the actual distances from detected objects. They're beautifully displayed on your screen to remove all guesswork. So no matter how crammed, tight, or crowded the parking situation, Dream Drive makes it happen. From day one, Dream Drive Pro is prepared for what's to come. This means your Lucid Air is hardware ready for the future of driving. Soon, enhancements to Highway Assist like Lane Change Assist will be available. And eventually, Highway Pilot with hands-off, eyes-off automated driving, plus remote control features like Automated Park Pilot will be available too. Once these capabilities are ready, you'll get them with a simple over-the-air update. These updates deliver the latest advancements automatically to your vehicle, keeping your car on the cutting edge. No new hardware required.
Why is this not
To truly understand the power of Dream Drive, you have to experience it for yourself. As the smoothest, most intuitive, and most stunningly beautiful ADAS system out there, it's only fitting to call it Dream Drive, to complement your dream car.
Oh, that was just a whole commercial. I was like, is there gonna be an announcement? Well, thanks for the recommendation, those of you who wanted to watch the Dream Drive reveal. That was interesting. I feel like Tesla has gained a ton today, and Lucid has just been losing. In fact, I bought in on Tesla around the Chinese New Year for $800 because that's what my parents told me. They're like, it's a very auspicious number to buy it at. So I was like, okay. And now I'm finally broken even on Tesla, but I'm not sure about Lucid. But you know, electric vehicles. People who bought regular vehicles, like invested in Ford when the horse and buggy was around, those people are now billionaires, okay? Ka-chow. But the people who invest in the next thing could be electric vehicles. I mean, electric vehicles has been out for a very long time. Take a look at Tesla's track record. If you've bought in at $100 and change, you'll be up 8x your money right now. So that's the current dilemma. That's the current dilemma. Do you want to sink your money in something that may not be huge in the very near term, but likely will be the wave of the future? Electric vehicles. Luckily, now we have options. Now it's more than just the one. Okay, let's go back and listen a little bit more about AMC and GME as well as the crypto market. Let's see. Oil outlook. 3D text impact. Someone said earlier, I think it was at Didi, that said, welcome back. I went through the same situation with Coinbase and I won the case thanks to LBPD Cybersecurity Detective Team. Is that like an independent detective team? They like just figured it out? Well, who had to pay at the end of the day? Was it Coinbase? These are the questions. Hold on, so let me Let me see. Back to this. There we go. Jackson says, I need your opinion. Should I close out Cardano out or sell AMC shares for my dog Titan surgery? Jackson, what's wrong with Titan? What's wrong with dog Titan? Oh no. If you guys remember back in the day, Meatball had a surgery too. That's actually what started most of the YouTube like regular programming was right around that time when Meatball needed a surgery too. I understand. Oh man, take care of your family. Okay, so I am interested in this story.
Shares of Matterport up 35% since going public via SPAC back in July, with the stock falling recently, down 12% over the past 2 weeks. The company helps businesses from real estate to construction create 3D digital twins of physical spaces, and recently announced an expansion of its capture service, which now covers 80 cities in the US and the UK. Joining us now to tell us more about growth plans is CEO RJ Pittman. RJ, great to have you with us. Really fascinating business. And first, a big picture question, if I may, which is these digital versions, we just threw a few of them up on screen, of physical spaces, are used for what exactly? It's mainly real estate and hospitality companies that want to have these digital versions of the properties that they own. What do they use them for?
Yeah, I mean, Matterport has been leading the digital transformation of real estate and the entire built world for more than a decade. So that covers commercial real estate, residential real estate, travel and hospitality, all the way out to industrial manufacturing, and think of it as a digital facilities management platform in the enterprise. So we've really scaled this broadly across a number of key vertical markets.
And so what is this used for? Is this, so that someone can then show someone their home and potentially sell it? Is it only useful at the point of transaction, or has the pandemic and the way we all interact now digitally added a much further, deeper potential use for your products?
That's right. Yeah, it's absolutely the gold standard for virtual tours. We have been selling more homes and properties, even commercial properties, sight unseen, powered by a dimensionally accurate, photorealistic Matterport 3D model. And, that has really moved the needle for sure since the pandemic. But like I said, this has been a business of ours for over a decade now that's just been accelerating right through the pandemic. And in the space of the enterprise, it's no longer just about promoting a property for sale or for rent or an Airbnb. It's actually now being used for everything from 3D digital construction documentation, so large construction projects, home construction projects, high rises are using Matterport to be able to document every step of the project from framing to sheetrock to finishes, all in detailed and accurate 3D. And then once the property is done and it's operational, it becomes basically an operating system for the building because we've turned the entire building into a digital version of itself.
Jackson says possibly cancer, but a tumor. Meatball had a very similar scare. Just do the tests. Make sure that you understand that it's not over. It's not over until all of the data is back.
Retail, I know a number of retailers are trying to use augmented reality to sell more sort of high consideration products. So a couch or a dining table. So you don't order something, have it delivered, and then realize it doesn't fit in the space or it doesn't quite look right there. I mean, is this something that you could offer a retail customer like these augmented reality products I'm talking about, or is this just so detailed that it just can't be done for sort of everyday products? It needs to be a much bigger project to make it worth it for the return on investment for a company like Matterport.
Nope. We are simplifying it and we're bringing it to the home. We had a great project with Cost Plus World Market, for example, that over last summer during the pandemic, they did an entire e-commerce experience, but powered by Matterport. So they were able to showcase all of their outdoor furnishings, all of their accessories and things for sale in a way that looked like you were actually in the store or actually in an outdoor setting. And it became a very compelling experience that really was better than the traditional way of shopping online. We have been turning up retailers, for a more immersive merchandising and shopping experience, one after the other. Again, not just through COVID, but even beforehand. And the other part of it that retail is taking hold of is realizing that they can take all of those products in digital form and allow you to place them inside your Matterport digital twin. So this is better than augmented reality. You can create that carbon copy replica of your home and put furniture in from anywhere, RH Modern to Crate and Barrel, IKEA, you name it, and suddenly get a very clear view of what an entire ensemble of new furnishings might look like in any property. And again, that goes for offices as well as homes.
Oh, there's no Shep either. Where's Shep? Shep. Okay. That's the end of the day. Really important to understand when we're bouncing, then market, usually, if you have a negative beta, is going the opposite direction. Josh Lawson says, good to see you and Meatball. Wish you had more time to spend with us. Let's get that money, Josh. We still uploading on the daily. Heck yeah. Doppelganger says, Iceberg announced they closed 1/3 of their short positions on AMC. Maybe that's FUD, but could explain some of AMC's SI downtrend. Not Iceberg, more like FUDberg. 17% is minimum short interest, not true short interest, which no one knows. That's exactly right. The naked shorts have no legal or, you know, at the end of the day, they want to stay under the radar, so they're not going to be reporting their obligation of short interest publicity. Oh man. Tom says, take care of your dog. My cat got sick. I was glad I could take care of him, and I regret nothing. Let's see. Lorenzo says the problem with Matterport is that it can't be done on a phone. Slam technology, it can be done of the device has a depth sensor. And then Doppelganger laughs. It's a good one.
Coinbase told the Richardsons that it won't refund.
They're not going to refund their 700,000 Bitcoin. Makes sense. Where are they going to find $700,000 in Bitcoin? Let's see. One more thing. Governors shouldn't block COVID-19 vaccine mandates. I feel like at the end of the day, it's really important to note that whatever your opinion is on the vaccine, the economies that are getting it are going to be reopening for the holidays. And I need to be very clear that I have no position on the politics behind it. At the end of the day, it's the economics behind it, right? Let's say that city A mandates that everyone had vaccines 5 months ago. In that sense, that city is likely reopened all of its bars, all of its shopping, and its holiday shoppers are going to feel like they want to walk around the big Macy's and the big indoor malls. The indoor malls, that's the important part, in the next 3 months. So when that happens, there's going to be a whiplash for any city that does not mandate. So let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to a very controversial but likely important question. Okay, mandates for the COVID-19 restrictions.
Governor Greg Abbott issued an order last night banning COVID vaccine mandates, including for private companies. For more on this, let's turn to former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb. He's now a CNBC contributor, and he also sits on the boards of both Pfizer and Illumina. He's got a new book out that's called Uncontrolled Spread, Why COVID-19 Crushed Us and How We Can Defeat the Next Pandemic. So let's start on that point, Scott. Where do we stand right now in the pandemic, and what does it mean when you have the governor of Texas saying no COVID vaccine mandates when you've already had the president issuing his own executive order saying everybody with over 100 employees has to mandate it, or at least make sure they test it every week? What happens now?
Yeah, look, I'm concerned about the political implications of vaccines and vaccination becoming another thing that divides us politically and culturally. I think for a lot of voters, they're not going to be able to make a distinction or a ready distinction between the idea of a mandated vaccine and the idea of taking any vaccine. And I think we're going to see this fight over vaccines bleed into other realms, vaccinations for children, vaccinations for flu. And we're going to see vaccination rates decline across the country now that this is something that people think defines their political virtue. I don't think governors should be stepping in to block private businesses from imposing mandates. If a business thinks thinks it's the only way they can protect their workers or their customers, it should be their prerogative to do that. Just like I don't think the federal government should be stepping in to tell small businesses and private businesses that they have to mandate vaccination. If we could leave this to be local decision-making by businesses and by local authorities, I think that would be optimal. Now, we're not going to do that. We're a long way from that. This now has become a political football, and we're literally going to have the administration running against governors on this mandate. We're going to have governors running for president in the next cycle on the issue of vaccination. And I think long-term, that's going to be corrosive to our overall public health efforts.
There it is. So at the end of the day, understand that it's not really about you, it's about your city. So I was watching Cars. I was watching Cars, the Pixar movie from 2006. Actually, pretty middle of the road and surprisingly good at the socioeconomic commentary. But cities make one bad mistake at the local government's level, even for the sake of capitalism too. Entire highways can be built around a city. So entire highways are being built metaphorically around your city, depending on what regulations they have. Liam says, it sounds like you need a dad to come in and clean up some messes. Oh, not only is Liam here, we got Misty McCowney. I've seen your name written, and I've never pronounced it correctly. And that's the promise here. Get your name butchered for free. Man. Let's see what we got here. Bitcoin rally above 57. Well, as of the last time we checked, Bitcoin dropped below 57, now closer to 56,000 and change. Let's see. There was that Jim Cramer report. AMC playing three-dimensional chess. Maybe we even covered that a little bit, but this is what Adam Aaron tweeted out earlier. What's up, Alex? He made 60% in a few weeks. I like that. I love the Moon Platoon getting what they deserve. Let's see. Zoop. Save this comment. Zoop. Cool. Lee Gift says, hold the line. Alex, you just get to chill right here with the best of us. You chill with the best of us, you chill with the rest of us. That's how it is. Let's see. Clean shot. Boom, headshot. Wait, that's the wrong. Meatball, where you going? Good boy. We be chilling. We be chilling like villains. Oh, right. It's because here. Hold on. ¿Qué pasa, Andrew? What's up, promiscuous poppy? How's it going, promiscuous poppy? Mac Al-Hain. Mac Al-Haney. Okay, there we go. That's much better. I'm gonna mispronounce it again next time. Jackson says, you pronounced my last name right. Uh-oh. Let's see. Josh Lawson, short on the future, long on life. Brian, what's up? How's it going? Markets have been chugging along, but we've been making vids. Daily uploads on this channel. So let's see. Water. Oh yeah. Me gusta el agua. El agua. I hate having to gender my nouns. Not fun. Let's take a look at one more report. Is the steel bubble about to pop? This got 300,000 views. The US steel shortage. Uh-oh. So we are having some trouble getting the right steel in front of the right people. Everywhere else is having a chip shortage. America is like, we don't have enough steel. Let's see. Grimmer explains why he thinks Wall Street stagflation. Oh my god, they keep talking about stagflation. Yo, what's up, Fahad? How's it going? Did that vote debt ceiling happen yet? I believe the Senate vote happened a couple days ago. And now the obvious thing happened. Otherwise, we would all, I guess, explode. I really wanted to see how Facebook compares to big tobacco. So this was a video I wanted to play yesterday. Didn't have time during the video itself. So let's take listen.
Shares of Facebook are down 13% over the past month as the fallout from the Facebook whistleblower continues.
Yeah.
At Frances Haugen's Senate testimony, Democrat from Connecticut Richard Blumenthal said Facebook knows its products have harmed teenagers and compared the company's handling of its own research to another high-profile controversy in the 90s.
This research is the very definition of a bombshell. Facebook and big tech are facing a big tobacco moment of reckoning.
And just breaking in the last few minutes, the Facebook Oversight Board says they will meet with the whistleblower. So what's the biggest risk to Facebook now? Regulation from lawmakers or litigation from maybe users claiming damages? Policy analyst Blair Levin of New Street Research says it's litigation, and it could lead to the public having a negative perception of the company if they don't already. He joins me now. Blair, it's great to have you. I think this is a very important piece because we talk in the marketplace all the time about whether regulation would actually hurt Facebook or could actually help it because it tends to favor the incumbents, or if you break it up, that could reward shareholders. Tell me what the litigation path could look like.
Well, the litigation path can come from a number of different directions. There can be private attorneys who somehow figure out how to sue them on behalf of large classes of individuals. It could come from the FTC, arguing that it violates basic consumer protections. It can come from state attorney generals who have a number of different laws and rules. But the key thing in my own analysis is that the path of litigation, there are a couple of things I think are important for investors to understand. Number one, it's backwards looking. And so you're really focused on the harm as opposed to kind of the difficult trade-offs in policy that legislation involves. And so that'll be a kind of a daily reminder of the problems. And the second thing is when you're doing litigation, Facebook is by itself. You know, a lot of public policy is a team sport. If you're lobbying on legislation, Facebook and Google and maybe and a bunch of others are kind of on the same team. But when it's litigation, you're by yourself.
That's a really interesting point. So they'd be by themselves. It would be all about the harm. And from the precedents of big tobacco, but also opioids, as you mentioned, I mean, these were kind of devastating to these companies. Now, in both of those cases, no one was shedding tears for the demise of cigarettes or opioids. But in Facebook's case, I was using the Buy Nothing page last week, Blair, to get rid of some baby gear so that someone else in my neighborhood could use it. What do you think society wants in terms of, if we go down the litigation path, how bad it could get for Facebook?
Yeah, I think, look, the framework is similar. A large company knows that it's causing some harm, and instead of acting quickly to mitigate that harm, doesn't do so arguably, and these are just the allegations, I don't really know the truth, but arguably acts to, in fact, accelerate the harm. So that's kind of the framework. But of course, the facts and the damages are quite different. But I think it could be very difficult for Facebook. I think what the public wants is, number one, protect the kids. I mean, I think that was, to me, from a political perspective, the big thing that happened as compared to like Cambridge Analytica, where you were you were hurting democracy, but it's not clear that everybody cares about democracy. It is clear that everybody cares about kids. So I think that's the single
It's
most
not clear if everyone cares about
the
democracy.
second thing is, I think there are certain kinds of changes in behavior. For some, it's about transparency. For some, it's about privacy. For some, it's about opening up to more competition. But I think, the tobacco litigation is known for producing tens of billions of dollars for the states. Mm-hmm. I don't know that we're talking about those kinds of damages, but the tobacco litigation also resulted in certain kind of behavioral changes.
Right.
And I think a bunch of state attorney generals might achieve that much faster than the United States Congress.
Well, and we've started obviously to see some piecemeal efforts there already, but I think you really provided a big comprehensive picture of what this could look like. Blair, thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Blair Levin of New Street Research.
Where's the Shep? I'm the Shep. Shep. Okay. Well, first things first, we gotta do a raffle. We gotta do a giveaway. So those of you who are here, you guys are in the prime position to do a raffle. Just a quick question, just really quick. You guys ready to win some stuff? That's what you guys get at the end of each of these live streams, as well as the fact that AMC is forming a pennant. Yeah, we have descending levels of resistance, we have ascending levels of supports, which means that we are looking at a consolidation of the price action inward, where AMC is going to use the bottom of that ascending level of support to break upward. That is currently on the chopping block. You guys are excited for the fact that there is now a better, updated, and more accurate understanding of what that short interest is at. All of that is bullish to me. But there's that number right there. Okay, some of you remember it from earlier in the live stream. Just as a reward for those of you who watched it, I know you can already see part of the number. What number is this as the trivia question? What number is this? Just give me the first 2 digits. And that's the trivia question. I'll put your name in a random number generator. One of you will win something from the Andrew Mo Money swag store. Let me just pull it up right here. Boom, boom, or a one-on-one with yours truly. That is something that I am happy to be able to share a little bit about what it takes to have to get financial freedom. But if you guys are looking for cute little cartoon meatball coins, as well as the Gorillionaire shirt, AMC shirts over here, mugs for the Moon Platoon, they're all right there. Here it is. Misty Mac Al-Haney, 17.6. There it is. So I'm gonna put the first 10 of you in this random number generator. And what you guys gotta do is, if you do get selected out of this 10, send me a email at andrewmobusiness@gmail.com. We got Misty, we got Ian, we got Daniel Rodriguez, we got Corey, we got Leslie, we got Josh, we got Sunny Day Tea Factory, Nicholas P, Daniel Barub, Frank Lehman. Jackson says, please be me. He didn't answer the question correctly, but I will. You know what? You've been here since the very beginning of this live stream, so here you go. And then one more. Black Bear, you've been here for a sec. I'll just add JT quietly to the bottom. Okay. So here they are. Those are the people that might have a chance to randomly get selected. As a reminder, the only way that you can win is if you are subscribed publicly to this channel. You have followed us on Twitter and Instagram. It's Andrew Mo Money on both. And when this live stream is over, you come back and you drop a comment. Every time we have a sponsor in the beginning, that raffle happens at the beginning of the live stream. If we don't, that raffle happens at the very end, which means here it is, your chance. 3, 2, 1, boom. Blackberry, what's going on? Hey, send me a message at andrewmobusiness@gmail.com. Indicate that you are indeed the Blackberry, and then you and Professor Meatball, we're going to spend some time together, or you're going to select something from andrewmomoney.com, including the one and only Meatball Extra Comfy Hoodie right there. So, thanks guys for spending some time with yours truly. Hey, I will see you in a future live stream. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be in a very close date, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for those of you who've supported the show, sent us soup, go over there to the Moon Platoon Grillionaire and Space Legend tiers over on Patreon or in the join button down in the description, real close to the subscribe button. And for now, but not for forever, hope you guys have a really nice morning. Peace. Peace. Goodbye.